And what is the virtual interview day like at WashU?
So, yeah, so that, COVID has changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that physicians have to be is flexible and adaptable. So COVID is sort of making us be real physicians, making us understand that we have to be adaptable and flexible. So we made the decision this summer to go virtual. And we're not just calling it a virtual interview day, we're calling it a virtual interview experience.
Okay.
We recognize that everything that is not going to necessarily happen on one day. In being flexible and adaptable, we've recognized that we all can get Zoom fatigue. Yeah, right? Is that
right.
a real thing or not?
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Definitely.
All right. And so we want our applicants to be at their very, very best. And so we will have a day where we will plan the faculty interviews, and we'll have both of the faculty interviews will occur on a specific day.
And that's one-on-one, one applicant at a time?
Yes, we have one-on-one interviews. We have two types of interviews. They're one-on-one with a faculty member here at Washington University School of Medicine. The first interview is a standard interview. It's about 40 minutes long, and the faculty member will have reviewed the application in its entirety. And the goal is to have a conversation, to understand the motivations of why they're considering going into this medical career, what they've done to confirm that this is the right decision, and again, tell their story. We want to know about their story. It's a conversation. The thought is that we are a very supportive school, and we want our interview to reflect that. The second interview is a closed file interview, and in that interview, it's much shorter, about 20 minutes. And the purpose of that interview is to get to know the applicant in a way where we have not reviewed their application in advance. We know the faculty member knows nothing about them but their name. So again, a conversation from very different viewpoints. So we're seeing the applicant from very different vantage points when we do those two types of interviews. So that's the faculty interview.
So and the first faculty interviewer has reviewed the application, and roughly how long does that interview typically?
That lasts about 40 minutes.
Okay.
So it's a much longer interview.
And the second interview, also with faculty, is about 20 minutes, as you said, and that's with somebody basically blind. They just walk in and tell me about yourself.
Right. That's right. We call it closed file because we know nothing about the faculty member, knows nothing but their name. So it's really fun. I love to do those types of interviews because it's just an open space, and we just tell me about you, right?
Yeah.
That's the important thing to start with.
Okay. And what about the rest of the day, the experience?
The experience, right. Yes. That's exactly right. So we are working on creating a virtual tour experience. We think the tour of our medical school is particularly important. One, we have a wonderful campus. We want to also tell our applicants a little bit about St. Louis. Many people that come to our medical school are from, in fact, the majority of students that come to our medical school are from the coast. And so they don't know about St. Louis. They need to learn a little bit about the city. So the tour is really particularly important. And again, it's about student life. It's about the medical school culture. What do students do? How do they think? How do they engage in the community and with in the medical community? And so the tour that we're planning is going to be a virtual tour where there will be a student tour guide with the applicants, small groups of applicants, and they will be live with each other and go different points around the medical school campus using slides and 360 pictures and photographs, and they'll be able to talk about the different areas and have conversations, because that's what you would do if you were on a tour. Have the conversation with the student. Our applicants need to meet our students, and we know that's so important, and so our tour is going to allow them to do that. So we're uniquely doing that for our tour.
Sounds great.
And then for the rest of the day is we're also experience there. I got to
Right. Okay.
make sure I say experience. We are working to make sure that we have a wrap-up experience where they get to talk to faculty, and that'll be several days during the week. And then they also have a financial aid presentation.
Sure.
Several days during the week. And then finally, we're planning to have WashU Wednesdays. And that's where we'll have a seminar every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, where we'll have different programs each week. We'll have student panels, we'll have faculty, we'll talk about research, we'll talk about life in St. Louis, we'll talk about life as a medical student, we'll talk about life as an individual from different identity or affinity groups, all of that. So we're very excited about it.